This is the whole music. I'm still making some special modifications. This is just a bowl, but it's about to contain magic. Alright, step one, mint chocolate chip. Step two, chocolate truffle. Hello. I just saw a mouse. That's disconcerting. Anyway, step three. Okay, so see, the key here is you put the chocolate on top, because next step goes better with the chocolate than with the mint chocolate chip. Chunky peanut butter. Want to come say hi?
Sure. Hi.
Beautiful cameo.
I'm having a more traditional afternoon drink of mint lemonade.
Nice. Step four, more chocolate truffle. So you kind of make a sandwich. See, I mean, you can't quite see, but see, chocolate, peanut butter, chocolate, with a minty underbelly. And then, like the spoon, wick it again to be sure. Then final secret ingredient. I really want to do this with pretzels, but I don't have pretzels, so I'll make do with granola. I was kind of thinking about doing Cheerios or even oatmeal. I've used, well, I know, that's why I'm not using it. I've used raw oatmeal as a, like raw, especially 1 minute oatmeal as an ice cream topping. It's surprisingly good. Pro tip. Another pro tip, always put your ice cream back in the freezer. It doesn't do so well on the counter. Whoa, lemon curd. How did it turn out? I'm guessing it turned out delicious. Because Katie always makes things extra lemony. Oh, now I'm really thirsty. Now I kind of wish I had a traditional drink. Be right back. I'm still here. Just getting some water. Because ice cream and peanut butter make me very thirsty, turns out. And granola is not very thirst quenching. So now the trick is to juggle the phone and the water and the ice cream. I'm full of pro tips today. When you need an extra hand, your belly can work as one. Okay, the water in the belly, the phone in the one hand, the ice cream in the other hand. And I leave Kristen to close the baby gate. That was a hint. Thank you. Oh man, clearly I am a little, well, I don't remember the word, punchy. I'm a little punchy today. It's because things have been complicated recently, and the complications are finally resolved, mostly at work, so that's nice. It's fun getting things off of the list. And fun like understanding things. You're not feeling like I'm absolutely making everything up and it's about to collapse in 2 days. So that's good. Oh wow. You guys should read the comments because Katie knows what she's talking about. This day is rich with pro tips. This is just amazing. Katie, nice work. You should mail me some of that in a package. It will be delicious. Alright, here we go. Yay, someone else. Hi, someone else. Hey, it's Kristen. I feel like I saw her recently somewhere. Okay. I know, I just said that. I think there must be a delay on this, because, like, I'll ask a question, and then a little while later, and then a little more while later, somebody will answer it, and then I'll respond. So this is probably all really out of sync for somebody. But anyway, I'm having fun. Hey, and somebody else joined. It's not Kristen, so... yeah, apparently that was me trying to be sassy for some reason. Anyway, hi. Don't go... Oh, they left. No, alright, let's get on to the story. I'm getting ridiculous, sorry about that. Alright, so in case this is out of context, Sushi had just punched Zen. Zen rubbed his shoulder and pondered what Sushi could have meant. I think she said... Well, I can check. I have technology here. She said, tell it to the Mouseketeer. And then she punched him and said, take that to Otto for me. Alright. Zen rubbed his shoulder and pondered what Sushi could have meant. Tell the Mouseketeer. Oh, or I could have just read, like, the next sentence, it turns out. Whew. It had a sort of noble ring to it. Perhaps a good short story title. Tell the Mouseketeer, the tale of one noble mouse's quest to reap a cheap. And there was something to take to Otto, though she hadn't given him anything. The punch was also pretty random, but not inexplicable. Sushi was a puncher. Zen pondered things, Summer planted things, Sushi punched things. It was the natural order. Still, it didn't explain what she wanted him to take to Otto, and he didn't really want to go back in and ask her. Sushi's punchy moods hurt. Unlike my punchy moods, which are delicious. He decided to go downstairs. Sometimes these things sorted themselves out. In fact, for Zen it was rare for things not to. Also pretty autobiographical. He sometimes wondered if that happened to everyone, or if he was just, no! A muffled wail cut through the floor. Zen scrambled to the basement door. Otto? Otto, you okay? Gone! Bellowed Otto. Zen could practically hear his veins bulging. He scuttled down the stairs to find Otto in the pose, fist raised in majestic pathos. Gone! The word reverberated like an oath through the pipes and beans above them. What's wrong? What's going on? Otto's malediction petered out into breathless hyperventilation. His eyes widened dangerously. He slumped onto a sack of Zen, turned his head upside down to read the label. Spelt. Then sat quietly, pumping out desperate little gasps. His wide eyes were chips of ice blue crystal looking far past the real world. No problem, boys, Otto said in a funny little voice. We'll get right back to work, won't we, boys? Yes, he answered. Oh, yes, he answered himself in his own voice. That would be ideal. Thank you, Griphook. Always a paragon of efficiency, always a pleasure, yes. Otto! Zen grabbed him by the shoulders and shook him. Otto's baby fat face turned up and gazed through Zen's face with an absent smile. Zen tried again. Otto? He's not here right now, said Otto in a small voice, but you could try back later. I think he's talking with his little friends. Oh no. That's the worst. Yeah, our youngest one keeps trying to eat hair as well. She's very into it. Especially delicious golden hair like our 3-year-olds. Strangely, Zen found that this sort of made sense to him. Lacking any better plan, he started to run with it. What little friends, he asked. Oh, you know, said the voice absently. The usual ones. With that, Otto drifted back into a dreamy silence. Snap out of it, man. You're freaking me out. And I don't freak out. I mean, not for reals, obviously. When Zen caught himself, this was serious. He started shaking Otto again. Anyone there? Otto? Then, in a moment of hesitant inspiration, Griphook? What? Spat Otto in a terse falsetto New York accent. You got a problem? Zen was split. Half of him was getting seriously worried, which he knew was the expected response, but to the other half, this was all making perfect sense. He plunged ahead. Is Otto there? Get talking to him, said Otto, then muttered, Idiot. Right, well, could you, one of you, I mean, you know, tell me the problem? Yeah, probably. Otto's voice was drifting back into a dreamy version of his own. But I'm kind of sleepy right now. No, don't, no sleeping. Zen glanced around urgently. Was there someone you were supposed to call or something? Sushi! He yelled. Sushi! Otto perked up slightly at this, but when no sushi was forthcoming after a few moments, he settled back into himself. Okay, don't move, buddy. I'll be right back. Zen gave Otto another little shake for good measure, made sure he wasn't going to tip over or anything, and tore through the winding pathways of the basement toward the stairs. Sushi! He pounded up the stairs 2 and 3 at a time and stumbled through the kitchen into the sunroom. Sushi, sushi, sushi! He panted. Her silky black hair sliced through the air as she spun to look at him. What? There's something wrong with Otto. Finally, someone noticed. She began to turn back. No, seriously, he's, what do you call it, having a psychotic break or something? She raised a skeptical eyebrow. Come on! Zen led the charge back down the stairs. After a moment, he heard her footsteps behind him. Moments later, they stood by the pile of sacks, examining Otto's spacey grin. See? Said Zen. Did you give him the thing? What thing? Sushi rolled her eyes and sighed, then spun and punched Otto in the shoulder. Ow! He said. What was that for? What's going on? He glanced up at the two of them and began rubbing his shoulder. Sushi turned to Zen. Are we good? Because I've got a lot of painting to do. She spun on her heel and stalked off. Thank you. Screaming at the basement ceiling is one of my specialties. Alright, that's the end of chapter 7, so tomorrow we begin with chapter 8. Man, every day this week has felt like tomorrow is Friday, and it's still not, but anyway. Oh, wow! Hi! Mingmei, I didn't know you were here. That's so good. Alright, anyway, so tomorrow we start chapter 8, Fragments. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you all for joining me. This was a good one and a delicious one. I look forward to actually eating that concoction that you saw me constructing. And if you have any ideas for, I don't know, fun things to talk about, things you want to hear me talk about, demonstrations, delicious snack ideas, let me know. And I want to try and experiment. If you guys could share this with your friends. I don't know, I don't actually even know if you can share live things or whatever, but I guess if when the video posts or whatever. Anyway, if you can share it with your friends, I'm curious to see how much effect that has or what it does. No pressure, but I'd be curious to see what happens. Anyway, have a lovely day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.